What's your name?
Lots of names, but in this country it's Les Horan. And before that it was Ladislav, and before that it was Latsko. That's it.
I'm Abigail. I came into his life 16 years ago, and I'm here helping him because he's got Alzheimer's disease, and that's a new phase in our lives.
Hitler was around town.
So they dressed him as a girl to protect all of them because soldiers were checking little boys for circumcision. And in those days, only Jewish people were becoming circumcised in Europe.
And I didn't know that I was dressed as a girl because there were no mirrors. And they may have had mirrors, but I think they must have hidden all of them. So I was sure I wasn't even in any doubt that I was a boy.
Hungarian soldiers were hanging around that farmhouse where he lived, where he was hiding.
And they loved me.
And they loved him and his mother. One of them wanted to take Les out for Lassie actually, out to a picnic with a bunch of the soldiers. And they just took him out to a picnic without asking his mother, which was crazy.
She panicked.
And they said something like, they heard shooting. And one of the soldiers said, oh, let that go, the more shooting, the sooner the war will be over. And Les laughed. This little girl, right, quote unquote, is laughing at that. And the soldier's going, oh, isn't that cute? This little girl is laughing at our joke. And Les said, I'm not a girl, I'm a boy. That was the closest call I think that could have ever happened.
And when we got back, my mother was panicked. She hated it. She was yelling at the guy that
Well, she was panicked for your life.
Years later, my parents told me how even after the war ended, many people in Europe still openly hated Jews. Mama couldn't bear the thought of me being picked on, beaten up, or made fun of at school. According to her, the only way for us to have lived a quasi-normal and peaceful life was to be Christian, at least until we could find a way to get ourselves out of Europe. Nobody wanted to be the Jew. Neither did I. When I grow up, I'm going to be an airplane pilot like Tonyo so I can bomb all the dirty Jews. Later in the lunchroom, Moshe, a boy in my class, comes over to me. Leslie, don't you know Jews aren't allowed to take piano lessons on Shabbos? I'm not Jewish. Yes, you are. Everybody here is Jewish. This is a Jewish school. No, it's not. It's a Hebrew school. Hebrew is Jewish, you idiot. What are you, stupid? I push him hard. He pushes me back. The teacher separates us. I'm not Jewish. You are. No, you are.
I went home after the guy said that to me, and I screamed at him. How dare you do that? What's the matter with me? Why didn't you tell me? They were afraid. They had no idea of how to do this for me.
Recently, I thought, you know what? Let's see if I bring him to this synagogue. I wonder if he will then somehow be able to connect to his Judaism. Since his children are ultra-Orthodox, it would be kind of, and his grandchildren, all 10 of them, it would be quite amazing to see what happens to him when he goes to this particular synagogue again after so long. What I first noticed was his mouth moving. Every time the prayers were being said and the songs were being sung, there he was, all that memory of those 8 years of yeshiva coming right out of him. And he actually became peaceful inside.
Why I'm Proud to Be a Jew by Leslie Horan. There are so many great treasures hidden in the Torah. It's a spark of life that can make a nation eternal. Without it, I don't know if the world could even survive. I would love to grow up to see a world filled with real hope, with lots of good feelings, joy, and a genuine faith in God.